All right, hello wine drinking people. We are back. It's Friday, February 4th, finishing up another great week of tastings here at the Wine Watch. You know, as much wine as we sell, we drink probably just as much, if not more. You should see our recycling bin. Man, we fill it up several times. We got one of those big dumpsters in the back here, and man, not one of those little ones you got at home. We got an industrial strength one here at the Wine Watch. And man, yesterday it was just a parade of suppliers in the store, in addition to our Lewis tasting last night. So lots of stuff to talk about here, folks. We've got, hey, the folks from Caymus were in. Adriana with Bob from Transatlantic stopped in. And, you know, these wines go from strength to strength. These are one of the smartest. This is one of the smartest families in the wine business. Every decision these guys make almost is a home run. You know, when they decided to take their name off of Conundrum and create its own standalone brand. Nowhere on Conundrum does it say Caymus. All right. And then every other varietal they decided to brand into its own label. Soleil is their Chardonnay label. Belle Glose is their Pinot Noir label. The only thing they bottle under Caymus and commercially release is Cabernet Sauvignon. Hey, that's what they've become known for. I think that's a genius move. They used to bottle Pinot, all these other grapes with the Caymus moniker on it, but we need more focus in this business, and that's one of the things the folks at Caymus Vineyards give us, is focus on each and every brand. And you know what? Quality in the bottle, which is the most important thing to us. And hey, the entry-level wine here, well, I don't want to say it's Conundrum, but hey, we didn't start with Conundrum. Why is that? Well, maybe because it's a little sweet. We started our tasting with Soleil, and with the Santa Lucia Highland Soleil, their original wine, which does see some oak content, but your typical peaches and cream style of Chardonnay that you get from the Santa Lucia Highlands, and lovely minerality. This is a colder growing region, so you have lovely freshness on the finish on these wines also, a hint of butterscotch candy, a really nice complex California Chardonnay, and typical of what you get from the Santa Lucia Highlands. Really nice. And $27, could that be right? Wow, the price must have gone down on that. A steal. We're giving it away here. It used to be a $40 wine. All right, next up we've got the Soleil Silver, and this is a wine that's made with the same grapes. They picked them earlier, and a beautiful package on this. I think Flavio can probably find you one of their new ceramic bottles. But like I said, leave it to the folks at Caymus, man. These guys hit a home run almost every time they stepped up to the plate. You know, the only problem with this wine was they had it line priced with the Soleil Chardonnay, which you don't see here. But we'll get that back in the store. The 08 was delicious. This wine, like I said, picked earlier, so the grapes have a little higher acidity and no oak at all in this wine. And as I said before, the problem I had with it was priced the same as the Soleil. And hey, when you're not spending $1,000 on oak barrels, you can lower the price a little bit on your product. And hey, they finally did. 2008, 2009, we are selling under $20 a bottle. A really nice wine, and made in a more bright and fresh style, unoaked. All right, then we've got your Conundrum, which is just that, you know, a mystery to most people. There's no varietals on the label, but this wine has pretty much always been a blend of Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Viognier, and Muscat, and Semillon, and really a nice, pretty crowd appealing wine. This guy's got some lovely perfume to the nose. You really notice that Viognier in it, and lovely floral notes, lychee nuts, peaches, and it's got a nice zing of acidity to all this fruit cocktail forward fruit on the finish, and you know, a really nice crowd pleaser. A wine that's definitely a big step up from White Zinfandel, you know, what most people start out with. So it's kind of like a wine with training wheels, you know, but it's got a screw cap now. Just a, you know, really nice and forward, and like I said, a nice entry-level white wine. And still pretty reasonably priced at around $20 a bottle. And then next up, we've got their Pinot Noir label, which Joseph Wagner is in charge of this venture. And the entry-level wine from them is all we had. They do some fabulous single vineyard wines. I'm sorry, no, we did have one of the single vineyard wines also. I just have the entry-level wine sitting up here, the Mayomi, which this wine is now in a screw cap also. And it's a blend of grapes from Sonoma, Santa Barbara, and Monterey counties. And really fresh and fruity, strawberry, raspberry fruit on the nose. Some nice, pretty floral tones. Really fresh and bright on the palate. Clean and, you know, really nice and entry-level Pinot Noir from California. Next up, the Las Alturas Vineyard from the Santa Lucia Highlands. This is the same area where the Soleil Chardonnay comes from, and quite a bit more concentrated on the nose with this lovely raspberry coulis fruits, exotic spices in the nose, really rich and concentrated, lovely raspberry and strawberry jam-like fruit on the tongue, silky tannins, a big Pinot Noir, but still quite fresh. All right, next up was a special select. I don't know what happened to the Napa cab, but hey, they're sold out. Almost sold out. That's right, folks. There's no recession going on at Caymus Vineyards. Man, they have almost moved through their '08, and they're almost ready to release their '09 Cabernet, probably early again. And the Special Select has come down in price. It seems to have hit the price point where consumers are happy again with this wine at $95 a bottle. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be at $99 or whatever, but $99 a bottle. Really nice bottle of forward, juicy Cabernet Sauvignon. This wine gets riper and riper every year. It's around 15% alcohol. One of the things that you lose when you pick grapes this right is acidity. And this wine's still balanced, but it's not a wine that you want to keep for 10 or 15 years. It's a wine that's pleasing to open and drink right now. And you know what? That's been the case for this 2008 vintage from Napa Valley. A lot of very forward and appealing wines coming out of it. The Special Select, the Wine Spectator's all-time highest rated wine at 94.9 points in the 27 vintages. It has been released up to this point. Hey, I think I got 94 points for this 2008. But a real juicy juice, forward and appealing style wine. All right, well, that's what I had to drink last night, folks. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposone, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember,